Welcome to my little office here. My name's Ben. I'm going to talk today about. I'm going to talk a little bit right now about why I'm not happy about this Twitter political ad ban on Twitter, banning of political ads on Twitter, and the reason why. Hold on 1 second. I really need a coffee. One of the big social media platforms is doing something meaningful to actually try to limit the use of their platform to push harmful political messages. The problem is that there isn't a distinction being made between fake news and manipulative political advertising and anybody who's trying to use the platform to try to get traction on an issue. And I think this is a big problem. I'm surprised that people aren't actually seeing it this way. We need to change things dramatically in our world. Like, is this the time to be limiting our ability to communicate with each other? I don't trust that the algorithm is just going to figure this all out for us. Like, I want to actually have the ability to reach more people, and especially as organic reach has been limited. That's important. So I'm just going to walk you through a couple of the main reasons why I think this Twitter political ad ban is actually problematic. So, let's say you're a big car company and you're trying to push the use of SUVs, okay? There is no reason right now you can't go on Twitter, run an ad, SUVs, sell them to whoever you want, target them, market them, do your thing, right? But let's say I'm somebody who's got a concern about greenhouse gases and I'm trying to raise awareness about the dangers of vehicles that are really inefficient, like SUVs, just as an example. If I'm trying to do that, issue-based ads are now considered not kosher on Twitter. That kind of sucks. The thing is that there's this like implicit assumption that basically, some things are political and some things aren't. And the reality is that all ads are trying to affect culture. All ads are trying to reach people, convince them to see the world a certain way, convince them to take some sort of action. What Twitter has done effectively is basically just said that the only people who can do that are corporations or somebody trying to sell a product, but not somebody trying to change the world in some positive way. That sucks. So the main argument that's being made by Jack Dorsey, right, this guy, you know him, you love him. He is one of the founders of one of the most important, most popular social media platforms in the world. And I really believe that he cares about this stuff, right? Like, I've seen him tweeting about all kinds of issues, right? I mean, this is not an unengaged guy, right? Unengaged, disengaged. He's not somebody who doesn't care, from what I can tell. The number one thing that Jack argued was basically going to make this okay was in this tweet, right? In this tweet, he said, basically that if you are worried about this, that it's not a problem because issues often get an audience on Twitter without having to run ads. Now, he's running a big multi-billion, million, how much is Twitter really worth? I don't know. A big platform, right? One that's used by basically the most powerful people on the planet, including the freaking President of the United States on a regular basis. His tweets are going to be in the Library of Congress. That's a whole other conversation. I might need to take a pill or something to talk about that. Anyway, drink some coffee. Everything's fine. Yeah, okay. Let's talk about organic reach, just for a second, right? Now, anybody who's been using these social media platforms for a long time has noticed that there's been a change to how organic reach works. What's organic reach? It's kind of a weird word. Is anything organic on the internet? what they're talking about is basically reaching people without using ads, right? Like, if you're trying to use this platform to reach people and you're not running ads, that's called organic reach. Organic reach has dropped dramatically in the last few years. If you're trying to reach people on this platform for the sake of organizing or whatever, if that algorithm decides that you're not good for business for them, they're not making it easy for you to reach people. Is this actually the solution? I don't think so. It definitely isn't the solution to limit the ability for folks who are trying to make the world a better place to reach people. And that's already what these platforms have done. Their changes to their algorithm have already limited organic reach. And the end result is that we need to rely more and more on ads to reach new people using these platforms, right? And increasingly, these platforms are really important in our world. Yeah, sure, things can go viral, we can reach people, but why make it harder for people who are trying to fix things? Anyway, I'm going to stop rambling here. Thanks for listening. Curious what you think. Add your thoughts in the comments. Other topics, other things you want me to talk about, I don't know. Let me know. All right, cool. High five for you. High five for you.